I haven't seen you for a few years, and I'm very glad to be here in this conference this year. If you remember me, I was at least 120 pounds more than I am right now. I was at that time 412 pounds. And right now, I am under 300. It haven't changed anything at all who I am. Just that I'm basically smaller. But the fact is that I always been cute. I can help her. Yeah, I am. Believe me, I am. Good. That means that's not really what defines Jose. In the same way that what defines Mary is that she's faithful to God and she gives the fear to God and be able to take it to the ultimate consequence. From the manger all the way to the cross. That means what defines me is how open I am to the grace of God and how strong I can be in pursuing holiness day by day. That is what defines us as Catholic, as Christian, as part of the Christian community of the whole universe. And we must understand that if we are here together, it's because God has a plan for you and me. If we are here together pursuing the truth, that truth will affect us in such a way that will call us to be holy. The people of Israel lived in slavery for 430 years. And you have to understand that whatever happened to them through struggle led them to see a true God, and a God that is faithful and loving. A God that when He created us, remember yesterday, poof, He not only gives us life, but He gives us His love unconditional for all eternity. And these people was able to be set free, so be able to go to a promised land where this land is going to bring them not only prosperity, but be able to give them the advantage to be able to worship a true God. And we are glad that in the United States of America we can do that. And we are glad that this nation allows us to be able to worship God in freedom without being afraid what will happen tomorrow. But the thing is, even though we have a bunch of stuff that are good, we have to understand that if we are true to ourselves, we have to admit that sometimes we've been wishy-washy with our faith. That sometimes we allow a space to the devil to be able to tempt it and be able to come and destroy and slaughter our life. You hear yesterday about the good shepherd, and you hear yesterday about the thief. And how the thief come and destroy, and after he destroy, he come and completely blur your whole vision for God. And you believe that the only thing that you can do from now on is to do bad stuff because you feel you are not worthy, because you feel you are not connected, and you feel that I don't feel nothing for God anymore. Faith is not about how you feel. Faith is about how faithful we are to the God who gives us everything. And we must understand that if we are here for a feeling, you are in the wrong place, because we are here not for a feeling. We are here to be empowered to do the mission that God gave us this weekend, to go out there in your churches, to go out there to your friends, and go out there and say, the way that we was acting was wrong, and we must learn to do it right way. And we want to help you, and we're going to walk with you until we all pursue that holiness that only God can give us. Let's think about this for a moment. Many kids today, you're sitting at the street seeking for something. And when you're sitting at the street, they're looking for fun, but that don't fill them. They're looking for have group, but that don't work. They do gang, and they don't work. They pursue drugs sometime, and that don't work. And then we go to the bottom of the bottle, and we realize that when you look up, there's something better that can fulfillment, but something better that can give me life. And what I say to you is that that is the way that we found the boys of Christ. The boys of the shepherd don't judge. The boys of the shepherd always love, protect. The voice of the shepherd is willing to give the life for you and for me. And the voice of the shepherd could empower us to make your life and my life better. Think about it. What a better promise to have to pursue the voice of God versus the voice of the thief. Why? Because in the voice of God, I will never be scared. In the voice of God, I don't have to create any lie because I live in the truth. And if you want to know what I'm doing, I can share with you. I cannot have to create a story to people accept me. I am who I am because the voice of God leads my life. I can hear the voice of God and I can pursue Him. I can hear the voice of God and He takes me to a safe place where my life be complete in Him. And that basically was what the people of Israel did in that journey that you have there in the first reading. But how are we going to do that? And that is the most difficult part for us from now on. How we do it? Number one, be strong in your faith and be able to pursue God under all circumstances. All circumstances. I have something that I wear all the time. And sometimes people make fun of this. That I have two threads right here. I always go out everywhere and never take it off. It's been there for 15 years and it's going to stay there. One is the scapulary of Our Lady of Mount Carmel. It's metal. I don't have to be worried about it. And it has the cloth inside. And after that, it has a piece of stainless steel that says indivisible. And that was God is. That's what the Eucharist is. That means I always use this, and this is my protector because in a moment of difficulty, I always know that God is there. I always know that God is with me and help me to realize what we're about of, to pursue that voice. But I just want to be aware that in the moment of the most difficult part in your life, where you feel that you're not good looking, when you feel you're not cute, when you feel that you don't please anybody, when you feel that you don't have what it takes to be able to make friends, when you feel that you're so low that you're not worthy, I want you to be aware that that moment, God is with you more than any other time in your life. God is watching you. God is watching you and protecting that process to be able to you look up and be able to see His light and His voice, hear His voice, so you be able to bounce back and have good life. Yes, I can make this homily funny. Yes, I can do that. I can say whenever people offer you a marijuana joint, you say, whatever, baby. But it's not about whatever. It's about choosing God before anything else. It's about making that step to make your life and my life complete, and what it is to be able to make your life and my life better. Today, we're going to have something very special today. I'm going to show you the Luna. This is called Luna. And the whole purpose of the Luna is to be able to host right here the body of Christ. And once you seal it and closer and secure, you're able to put it in the monstrance. The monstrance is a big, since the gold thing that we use for benediction. The reason why it's called monstrance is because it means to show. The monstrance, you'll be able to look at it and be able to see Christ right there. Be able to know that that's the same Christ that we're going to consecrate here today. It's the Christ that we're going to put here, put in the monstrance, to assure you that for real that's Christ, and to increase your faith that the presence of Christ is there. But don't go far, because the same Christ that's going to be here on the altar today is the same Christ that you have in all the tabernacles of your church. That means my calling to you today is not so much about make you laugh. It's so much about, it is important for me that you understand that the same God that you receive and you worship in Steubenville is the same God that you have in your chapel. And it's the same God that you can go and see whenever you're in trouble and despair. It's the same God that will protect you in your church. So you'll be able to go and pray and say, God, I want to be holy. I want to be just like you. I want my life to be complete. God protect mama because she have cancer. God protect daddy because he have problem at work. God protect my brother because he don't know what to do. That is the same God. And it's very important that we realize that we can come here every year. And I would love for you to come. But the fact is that when you go there, you have a church that has the same God that we worship here, with the same power. How we can do that? This is going to be my challenge to you. My challenge is very simple. Number one, before the boyfriend or the girlfriend, God is first. Before even you go to the school, you can wake up 15 minutes early and say a prayer, and God is first. Before you go on vacation with your family, when you wake up, God is first. Before you go to play volleyball or basketball or whatever sport that you do, God is first. When you go to McDonald's to do a cheap date, yeah. You can bless your food in McDonald's. It's not a problem. Before you go to the movie, make sure that what you watch will honor the same God that you pray. Before you jump the window of your room because you want to escape, make sure that you're going to worship the God that you pray. Before you're going to go and play hooky, make sure that you're going to worship the God that you pray. What I say to you is this. Do you want me a priest who is part-time? I'd like to pray hooky? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay. I don't want parishioners that are loser and do whatever they want to do either. You know? And brothers, you're trying to be holy every day and you have a bunch of parishioners loser. Well, I don't want to show up because the homily is too long. Hello? Give me a break. You know, we have to understand that we have to get it. And if you expect me to be holy, to be your priest 24 hours, and we be able to do what is right day by day for you, I have the same expectation for all my parishioners to be holy and be there so we can worship as a community of Christ. And last but not least, 3 things that I would request for you. Always pray for your mom and your dad and your brothers and sisters. Always. Number 2, always pray for your priest. Always. And number 3, always pray for you. Because you are instrumental for your life in the way that you're going to make decisions. But the priest is instrumental in your life because he's the one who fed you Christ. He's the one who brings you Christ. He's the one who forgives your sin. He's the one who baptizes. He's the one to marry you. He's the one to confirm you. He's the one who do everything in the process. And he's instrumental in your life. But at the same time, it's very important that you pray for mom and dad. God give them to you. God give them to you. And the way that you honor them is not only being obedient to them and respectful, but at the same time praying for them. It's very simple, guys. Or what I want you to do is what the church asking for me to do. To myself, asking for you. Live in grace. Have a life of prayer. And make sure that you seek information about what the Catholics teach and believe that is revealed by God. If we don't have these 3 elements, we cannot grow up. If we don't have these 3 elements, we cannot be holy. And if we cannot have these 3 elements, we're going to be limping. And when people tell us, it is okay to do this because the church believes this, you don't know what the church believes. How are you going to teach me? But if we know what the church believes, we are able to say yes when you say yes and no when you say no. Think about it. What I propose to you is to stop being a Catholic on the bench and begin to be a Catholic who seek youth, who seek adult, who seek friend, and who seek everybody that you love and care. In the meantime, help the poor so they can have a life. Be God, be holy.